Ladies and gents, yes, sir, you guys know what time it is. All things covered. Patrick Peterson and Bryant McFadden. We brought our show on the road. As you see us right now from your tube and you hear us in your ears, we're actually still in the bank, in the stadium where an outstanding game was just played by the Minnesota Vikings taking on the New York Jets. Final score was 27-22. And if you've been following our show, every week I give a famous prediction, Pat P. Every week I give a famous prediction.
Did you hit the number?
Well, I was close.
My prediction was...
What was it?
29-27.
Oh,
that's close.
That's close, right?
That's solid.
You've been close all year.
I've been close.
That's
But most
solid.
importantly, I want to predict victories for the Minnesota Vikings.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
I don't care about the score.
And excuse me, I got to be hospitable. You know, as you look to Pat's right, your left, we have a guest already on our show right now. I'm sorry, we didn't get a chance to let him take a shower, but we felt like we got to get him right now in the natural. Cam Bynum is joining us here, All Things Covered. The reason why we had to get Cam on the show, because Cam made big-time plays. Cam, you could have had two.
I know. I folded on the first one.
You could have had...
But if I got the first one, I don't know if the second one would have came. You know how football works.
Yeah. Well, it's contagious.
But,
you probably would have got the second one. But if you guys weren't watching the show, like I said, an outstanding show, back and forth affair, especially in the second half.
Oh, yeah.
The Jets made plays, the Vikings made plays, but it was all on the Vikings defense. And Cam, walk-off interception. Take us through that play for you, knowing what was at stake and knowing you had an opportunity to come through with a game-winning play.
I know Harry dropped the one before, so I was on his head about that. I was like, oh, we got to win those. But all fourth quarter, double digs, in routes, in breaking routes. Bill's game, Pat's game-winning interception, same exact route. Dig, in breaking routes. That's what they're going to do when they need them. It's a hard route to cover as a corner. So as soon as I followed the quarterback's eyes on the first over, and I knew that dig was coming right there. We've been talking about it all week. I was like, I got to go make the play. That's exactly what happened. Pat made the play the other week. That's my play this week.
No doubt about it. And as we always talk about being closers, talk about the atmosphere here in the U.S. Bank Stadium here today.
It's turned, but when we're on the field, I feel calm. I feel like us, and our back was to the ropes. The whole fourth quarter.
Oh, yeah.
Fourth down. They're in the red zone. No way we should have won that game, but we have that mindset. We're going to close the game. We're going to win the game. I don't care who's going to make a play. One of us is going to do it. We showed all year. That's the mindset we have, the way we practice, the way we do everything. We know that, okay, it might not be pretty, but we're going to find a way to close this game.
And real quick, I know you have My Cause, My Cleat.
Yes, sir.
Tell us about the flag you got on around your neck right now.
And your cleats. And
my cleats, everything. So all things covered. Shout out to them for giving me this thing to basically shout us out. So we with the Philippines, Keys to Freedom Ministries, New Life Community Care Foundation, basically goes to all the typhoon victims and natural disasters that happen in the Philippines. There's 20 typhoons a year on average in the Philippines that wipes out communities completely. And we don't really know in America, we don't have any of that. So it knocks out communities, leaves people without electricity for months, leaves people without homes, neighborhoods just wiped out completely. So this offseason, I was able to go out there and do an outreach and give back to those families. So that's everything I'm doing right now, just trying to put the Philippines on the map and get people to go over there, for me, raise money and just bring awareness over there and bring resources.
Well, you know, it's a unique thing for you to be able to bring light on that along with making a big-time play.
Exactly.
In those cleats, and now you have the flag. And I'm happy we were able to get you on the show showcasing what you're doing off the football field, because a lot of times those things kind of go unnoticed. And people are not aware of some of the great things you guys are doing off the football field. I was watching the game as a fan, and this was my very first time watching my cousin, play live in a real meaningful game, because I saw you in the Pro Bowl years ago, but of course Pro Bowl is like flag football. But as a fan, and I know
it's literally going to be flag football now.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So when you go, don't even worry about playing. But I can hear the fans telling me to tap in. BMac, ask these guys this question. Your confidence. Where's your confidence in that last drive? Because it seemed like the Jets offensively were starting to get a rhythm, starting to generate positive things. And watching the game as a fan, we're nervous. My blood pressure is extremely high. But take us through the moments for the guys or the gals that's never been in this type of situation, being able to stay engaged and not allow the moment to be too big for you guys to make plays.
Moment's never too big for us. We've been there before. We talk about it all spring, all summer camp. We know championships are won by defenses. And at the end of the day, you know, we got uphold our name. Like we're coming to be closers.
Yeah.
Every game that we have won, the defense has been on the field to close out the game.
Yeah.
You know, so that's where the confidence come from. We see it every week on tape. You know, when it matters, guys bulk up. And like Cam said earlier, we don't care who make the play. We know somebody gonna make the play.
That's what you say in Pittsburgh. When one make a play, we all make a play.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we win the game. It's a win on the record. But even when they're driving and they're doing that, we know in our hearts it's nothing that they're doing. It's all self-inflicted wounds.
Yeah.
So we know when it comes down, when it's pressure, everybody's going to be on point.
Right.
And we know, because that's the way we practice, that's the way we prepare. The confidence comes in the preparation. Coach
Right.
been preaching that all week, and we know the way we practice, the way we talk in film, we know we leave no stone unturned. So when it comes down to it, we're not going to shoot ourselves in the foot, and that's the mindset that we have every fourth quarter. It's like, okay, whatever happened, we got to win this.
Yep.
And I know from afar, just watching your development has really been amazing.
Yeah.
You know, if you
Appreciate
look
that.
at your game this year compared to last year's, night and day.
Right.
And I can see a difference in confidence. But take us through what has allowed you to be the playmaker and the consistent guy that you have become for the Vikings in the secondary this year.
The vets, Pat, Harry, everybody took me under my wing. I got drafted here. I've only played corner my entire
He was a
life.
corner.
Really?
Yeah.
So
he
they
was a
drafted
corner
me
when
and
he
said,
came
you playing safety.
I didn't know
And I'm not going to say I was struggling, but, you know, going from a corner your entire life.
Oh, yeah. Vision different.
Vision is different. So my angles, tackling,
Yeah,
everything was a complete different game. But people, the vets, old guys never lost confidence in me. I asked 1,000 questions, put in the time, and just realized I knew, okay, hard work it's not going to just go in vain. It's going to pay off eventually. Got my first start, played well, second start, played well last year. Okay, what am I going to do with it? Off season, continue to study, continue to do everything, and just lean on these old guys and just know that I'm going to learn, I'm going to pick every little thing from their game and be able to carry it and add it to mine.
And what playing with Harry, obviously, I know you had 2 years to play with Harry. How is it this year playing with him? Obviously, we're winning ball games, but what is the difference from last year and this year playing with him?
We're getting reps with him, knowing I know exactly where he's going to be. Last year, he's disguising something. In my head, I'm thinking, is Harry in the right call? But this year, I know he's just disguising. Let him do what he does, and let me go make a play on the other side. So just having that chemistry and us be able to make calls together, just even non-verbally, us making eye contact, knowing, okay, he got me on this route, so I can play aggressive. So I say just a matter of reps, and he holds me to a standard. He doesn't say anything, but I know I'm trying to be where he's at. I'm trying to be that longtime vet, Hall of Famer, and I know I'm chasing him every time I'm on the field.
100%.
Last question for you, Cam, and we're going to let you take a shower because it's only right that you get a chance to go shower. I hope. How difficult was it for you when you made that pick to go down and not try to go 95?
Boy, I at least wanted some more. I wanted to get my return yard average up. I should have ran at least like 10 more yards, but I was tired. I'm not going to lie to you. So it wasn't hard at all. I was like, get down.
No doubt. I was watching right there. And you know,
not to cut you off.
Yeah.
And we were right by the end zone, so we knew the celebration.
we got to come right there.
Celebration was about to be a movie.
Celebration.
Tell him about the celebration.
Yeah, we got a Soul Train going.
See? I missed that.
I did.
I was running and jumping.
Yeah, we had the Soul Train going, so I was like, get down so we can have an hour to celebrate in the end zone.
I missed the
The
celebration
refs tried
of
to kick
Soul
us off the
Train.
field, man, but we wasn't going nowhere. The game was over. We can take a 5-yard penalty.
No question.
I'll take any penalty. I'll take a fine.
And one thing about, like I said, the celebrations has been phenomenal. And when you do celebrate, something good just happened for you guys.
Right.
Exactly.
So keep doing what you're doing, Cam.
sir.
Keep being the closer. I'm sitting next to 2 closers. Remember, Pat was the closer in Buffalo. This game against the Jets, Cam was the closer. Let's see who's going to be the closer next week against the Detroit Lions.
Movie. My life is a movie. We're going to close the game.
But Cam, go ahead and shower up. Thank you for joining us. We're going to
Appreciate
take
y'all
care of
for
a few
having
bills.
me.
We'll be right back after this.